Dispatch third from Age of Chivalry, then Streets of Avalon, Cliff's Edge, Sosie Bond, next Madison County, Best of Day stoked along from Widgie, Turf and Amphitrite, Iconoclasm joined and headed by Be Good to Your Mother, into the straight at the 300, Be Good to Your Mother, 2 lengths Age of Chivalry, followed by Dispatch, Sosie Bond down the outside from Cliff's Edge, Be Good to Your Mother at the 200 metres, a length and a half Age of Chivalry, Cliff's Edge, Widgie, Turf, Sosie Bond, Be Good to Your Mother, still going well at the 100, length and a half, there's a big party at the bull tonight. Be Good to Your Mother from Age of Chivalry. Widgie Turf third. Fourth Streets of Avalon from Sosie Bond. Next to finish Deprive, followed by Best of Days. Madison.
That's Be Good to Your Mother, winning last year's edition of the Group 1. What is it? Sir Rupert Clark Stakes. I was going to say George Mean. Wrong state. Hello, everybody. Good start here. Show us your tips, courtesy of Pro Group Racing. Ado joined by the Beaver as always. What's going on, buddy?
Mate, be good to your mother.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's a good bit of advice, mate.
Yeah.
Good win too.
Good win.
Yes.
Dominant win last year, and he's back to try and repeat the dose this year.
Yeah.
Down in Melbourne. We'll talk about that in the second half. It's not. It's the short answer. Spoilers. No, or there's a better one there that I'll be backing, but we'll get to that in due time. Group 1 racing at both Randwick and Caulfield. Interesting cards. They're not blow-away cards for Group 1 days, but
later in the day I prefer.
I think both get interesting later. The quality legs at both venues are very interesting. But we'll kick off as we do in Sydney. It's been a beautiful day yesterday. Awesome day.
Yeah,
nearly summer yesterday. Overcast day in Western Sydney. Apparently a bit of rain around down at Randwick. About 5 to 10 mil expected tomorrow. No wind. They put 6 mil irrigation on yesterday, which suggests they're probably expecting it to not be too bad. They wouldn't award it if they were too worried about any too much precipitation. But
Jeez, you're looking snazzy in your shirt.
I know.
Better than your shirt.
New shirts. Yeah. I put them on, and the first thought was I was going to ask if you wanted fries and a Coke with that, but that's all right.
It's your design.
No, they're good. They're very good. So aren't we going places? Yeah.
And look at that. Pro Group Racing.
Pro Group Racing.
Thank you to Pro Group Racing.
Check them out. Check out the website there if you haven't already. Hopefully you have if you found us. But Pro Group Racing, a bit of news during the week actually we should touch on, courtesy of progroupracing.com.au. But Hugh Bowman got banned for his ride last week on Farnham. Yeah, as I pull up the courtesy of Pro Group Racing.
20 days or something, was it?
He got, the next 4 Group 1 races.
Yeah.
So he's back on Everest Day. I spoke a little bit about it over Zoom the other day that the initial speed was pretty similar actually to what Sweet Deal and a few others ran today, but it was more the sustained speed that pretty much blew up Farnham. And
well, he didn't need to lead by 100 lengths.
I think once he found it, he could have. He said he went with the horse, but I don't know if he would have beaten Northfire anyway.
BS, but
I don't think it deserved 3 weeks, but
I do.
Well, there you go. Did you back it?
Okay. No.
No, neither did I. But I know 3 weeks is enough, but that is what it is. He's back for Everest Day, so they didn't feel strong enough for him to miss the Everest. But he's riding tomorrow, and he's on some key chances. So I suppose we'll get to that after that expert analysis. Yeah,
we've been going well.
Yeah, Wednesday was very good.
Wednesday was good.
Real good fill-up.
Both found the same value bet in Melbourne, and it won and won
jumped 480 and won pretty easily.
Yep.
And
your best in Sydney won, and we had a couple of
Joviality won easily, and Jack the Lad kicked us off with the value bet for the day.
That's right, it did too.
So Plaquette and both got up.
Fire, big fella. So, and both quaddies we got.
Yeah, we got both quaddies. Yeah. So it's been a lucrative week, and the missus is talking to me again because I paid a few weeks' rent this week, so it's been good.
Mate, that's nice.
Let's very
get
good.
Into it.
Yeah, let's get started though at Randwick. As I was saying, the rail was in the true. It played pretty well last time we were there, and I was thinking the same.
Yep.
We're kicking off an interesting race kick off today. We're not going to talk about all of them, but I'll run through a couple early on. Interesting 1200 metre benchmark 88 to kick off the day though. My first thoughts when I did this was Grand Piano's big odds. Around what is it, still $12?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back and looked at it. First of all, it looks like all the Waratah Thoroughbreds horses are with Stephen O'Halloran now, who I don't know much about.
No, me either.
And looking through his record, I think he's had 2 winners as a trainer. So I couldn't get it. I know Nash is back on, but the first thought was that. But then the more I delved into it, the one I actually sort of came back to is the Cat's racing really well. I don't know if I can really make it a bet, but I like Bound to Win as a horse.
Yeah.
The trial was good. It was strung together a few last prep and then went out when it led on a day where it's not a horse that likes to lead. I don't have any problem with Tommy's ride because it strode forward and
Well, it won't lead
tried to
in
take
this.
control of the race. It's not going to lead here. The theory is too short after the old Darren Flindell chopper rescue line. It got strung up and I think it's going to go too short, which I've just noticed it's drifted. So I think people agree with me. I'll be looking to probably play then around 7 and 8 bound to win and Prime Star. But a very open race, an interesting race, and one I sort of thought I'd get your opinion if you had one.
Oh, look, I
based
don't
off
have
that.
a massive opinion in the first. I'd prefer to keep my money for later in the day. But if I was having a bit of a spec and play around, Partners at $15, it's drawn wide in gate 12, so it's going to come across and go very quick and lead. It's only got 50 kgs on the back, and we'll be running them along. If it's any favouritism to the leaders early in the day, it's going to give them something to catch.
Yeah.
$15, I'd be happy to have a few bucks on that just to have an interest. But
Yep.
It'll take some running down. It's up slightly in class, but it's
Probably depends
outside.
how
It's a sneaky chance.
Yes, in a race of sneaky chances, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we've started the day for Pineapple. That hasn't helped anyone. Let's get into race 2, where we're actually going to probably tip the same moral here.
Yeah.
But you can have the honours.
Oh, look, yeah, the 15, It's Me, 2 from 2, looks in this highway race to be a cut above this field. I think it's probably a pretty good thing in this race. $1.70's not great value, but you'll probably get the jockeys here. I can't really find anything else to beat it.
Just from
What to say.
the nature of it being a highway, I feel dirty taking sort of anything under even money in a highway, but it ran the best last 800, 600, 400, 200 of the meeting last time it ran at Randwick in the highway, and I think this is a borderline group horse in a highway. I think it's a good horse. I think it's going to go and probably win or be very close to winning the Kosciuszko. There's some opposition for it running down in Melbourne tomorrow as well, but it'll win this race on the way through.
Move on.
And let's move on there. Did you have a thought in the
Race 2,
third?
what number was it?
Race 2,
Number 15.
Number 15. Yeah.
Move on. Race 3, 1,600 metre.
Any
Shootout
thoughts
mile.
here?
Good horse.
Yeah.
Shootout.
He was a good horse shootout. Loved Randwick Mile too. Do you have an opinion?
Yeah, look, I do have a little bit of an opinion. It's a very open race with plenty of chances. And if I have a play, I'll back number 16, Namali.
Oh, you're a good judge, Beaver.
Yeah, you with me. Yeah, I thought, it's got some really quality, good form. It's always around the mark. It's a winner. Even though it ran second first up, it was a pretty good run. I expected...
I'm trying to socially distance your mic into your face there. Put it a bit close to your mouth. Thank you. You haven't missed much.
You tell me that every week.
I know.
And I think it's drawn to get a really lovely run in this race. It's got the service of McAvoy, and I think it'll be hard to beat.
You know why I have to bet in this race is because opacity is a stupid price.
Yeah.
I know it
is
had
getting out
a
now.
good prep, last prep, but now it's come back. It's run 8th of 8th at trial, 8th of 8th at trial, 11th of 11th.
I know.
First up, and had a soft run first up, and you would like to show something. It showed nothing.
In a better race than this.
In a better race, admittedly.
But it didn't show much.
But Namali was tremendous first up.
Yep.
Face the breeze, really fought on well, and through the line was just really strong.
Yep.
And I think this is going to suit a race where you're going to have a fair bit of pace with McCormack and Fun Fact pushing up there. Discharge will puncher underneath, who's the other one I'd probably save him. But I agree, Namali's a good bet here.
Yep.
Race 3, number 16. The danger would be the backup horse if it runs discharged. There was a strong win last week, and gate 1 gets probably a bit more outward pressure, but the quick backup's always a tick.
Yeah, but a bit unsure about the quality of the field at beat too.
Yeah,
the thing
maybe.
sitting behind at Kingshear came from a midweek, which won well, and I tipped Kingshear because I thought it was better than that. It had the run of the race and couldn't go past it, but maybe it's just not as good as what I thought it was.
The horse that always pops up at 30s, and it's currently I think $21 is Matawi as well. Probably goes in for a place chance there.
Leave me out.
Another interesting race at T-Rays. We see the 3-year-olds here, where a Spruik horse is too short, in my humble opinion. A 400 metre Group 2.
Match race.
People have said it's a match race, yeah? Do you have an opinion on your match?
Well, probably what you're alluding to there. One's $2, one's $3, and the one that's $2 was beaten by the one at $3 last start. And Dame Giselle was very, very good last start. It sat wide.
Had Dame Giselle's back, Hungry Heart.
Yep.
Dame Giselle sat 3 wide and was strong.
Yep.
I think the up and distance is why I think the 200 metres are what people are looking for as the turnaround here, but I thought it was all on as Dame Giselle, to be honest with you, that race.
Yep.
It'll
be interesting. I prefer to go Dame Giselle at the $3 myself. Look, I think it'll all depend a bit on luck in running. If Dame Giselle can get in and should get in from 5, and Tommy Berry should have it probably almost 1 out, 1 back in this. Again, Hungry Heart's going to have to go past it.
Yep. I'm going with neither of them. I'm going for Dandy Andy Henry on the upset. Montefilia is flying. It was awesome first up on that absolute one-lane Kensington track where if you didn't lead, you couldn't win. It was the only horse that made ground all day and really well. Then was dominant last week. No, it was a month ago, sorry. Trial Cinta at trial behind Hawkbury on her, who we know came out last week and was good and was chewing into her margin at the end of that trial. Now goes from G-Boss to Hugh Bowman. Might need a mile now, but this is a good filly. And at $10, I'm happy to play out each way.
How's Bowman riding? I thought he got suspended.
You take your existing bookings.
Okay.
So he'll go out Sunday and be off to the Everest, as we've said. But just going an upset there. I think the $10 there... I think it's only because of connections it's long. David Payne.
Yep.
But beyond that, I'm with you and you're 100% with your thoughts on Dame Giselle. And the price on Hungry Heart's mad. $2.
Yeah.
The Bill Ritchie is the 1400 metre Group 2 race 5. A few whackers here and a couple of horses either on the way up or lightly raced. Did you have a thought here?
Yeah, I really liked the favourite in this. Probably. $3. I thought the first up run was outstanding. The way it let down in that last 100, it was kind of an explosive finish.
Yep.
And I don't think it would have had to go much further for it to be winning that race. It trialled well. It just looks to get all the favours here, and I think it'll be the one hitting the line the hardest here in what is, again, a horse for Probable's ability. I don't think it's overly difficult race.
The only danger is Rahiran's flying. I think it's worked it out now. Now it's been gelded. But they were the 2-1 finish last time. They'll be the 2-1 finish tomorrow. Just because Rahiran beat at home and you get a better price, I'm not going to tip either way, but it's the right form line.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an interesting race. It might depend. If Rahiran gets out to... And I don't think Rahiran's going to be behind it tomorrow. The Race in New South Wales map has it in front, actually. So
that gate 12, it's going to have to try and find a spot.
Yeah, it'll get snagged. They'll be...
Which means...
Or it does a J collar right back and tries to fence up.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But then it might be behind Probable, and I don't think if it's behind... If I think it's behind Probable, I don't think it can beat at home.
No, that's fair analysis. Yep. Grant's with number 5 Probable in that race. I'm just going to, for once, let one through to the keeper there.
Good.
Yep. The Group 1 early in the day, race 6, the George Main Stakes over the mile. Last 3 years, Winks has won this on the way to a Cox Plates. Before that, the likes of Kermit X, Streamer, Sincero, Shootout, More Joyous, Lonro. Good horses race over the Randwick Mile. And I spent 3 minutes doing this race. Verry Ellegant's going to win again. $2.30 is a good price, and I don't need to talk anymore and confuse anyone. What do you think?
It's pretty much the same. The only danger is second up.
Yeah.
If it's been flattered by its first up run, but I just don't see anything in this race beating it. The only probably danger is if Dreamforce gets a soft lead and can kick away and Verry Ellegant has to give too much start. But
don't you think Chris Waller knows that? So I can see Imaging or one of these other ones suddenly been reading much further forward and putting a bit of pressure on. Yeah. Not suggesting untoward, but putting a bit of pressure on the leader there.
And just making sure the pace is on.
Exactly. And
I'm with you.
Last time it was at the Randwick Mile, it was a nose off Tiaku Shark. So I think this is his new Winks. It's on the Winks path. It'll run in this and then go next start Cox Plate, I'd say.
Yep.
It'll be hard to beat there. Depending who's coming off the plains. I could see myself tipping this in a Cox Plate, so I've got to be with it here. And it'll have a bit of a softer run, and J Mac loves a horse, there'll be no issues there.
Beautiful.
Hot race the 7th
Sure
is
is.
the shorts. Another lead up to the Everest. A few here gunning for Everest spots. First up, did you have an opinion?
I do have an opinion. It's an open race. $4 down to anything round to about $8.50 are all open, all chances, and the $8.50 shot's the one that I'm going for. Catalyst. First up after a spell, the Kiwi horse. It's drawn on the inside gate, so I think it'll push up and just be off the pace there. Really liked what this did in its first preparation in Australia down in Melbourne. It ran up against Alligator Blood.
Just nosed out.
And was just nosed out. I think hopefully it's improved a little bit, but from that, I still think Alligator Blood's a pretty good horse. I know it got beat last start, but was given no possible chance and still hit the line
Yeah,
hard.
I'm still concerned about Alligator Blood.
Yeah, look, I think
Not necessarily the form, the horse itself.
Yeah.
Like, the form's fine.
Yeah. Well, it only got nutted out by a horse that's had some soup in it. So that's going well.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly. So I think it's in what looks to be a fairly open race, a really good chance.
I'm going with the second up horse here, Dirty Work. I really like the way it finished last prep. I know there's not a great deal of form to it, but went out dominant. If you watch its first up run, if Ball Muscle doesn't come back in its face, I don't know if it'll beat Nature Strip home, but it runs Nature Strip to half a length, a neck, and I think this is the Hawks' crack at the Everest, and I think this might announce itself as a top class. It might be on the sprinting bandwagon, a top class sprinter here. Just looking for something away from the top 3 or 4, which I'm sick of. I thought Dirty Work around $8 mark was an each way play here for me.
Good one. Yeah, I want to see one more start before I.
Yeah.
And Bivouac, same. I just drawn gate 12, $4, hard to catch. Obvious, it's got talent, but you don't see it all that often.
Both trials are really good.
Yes.
But when you actually dissect your form, I think it's a straight horse.
Yeah.
Because it went like an absolute rocket in the Newmarket.
Yeah.
But around that, there's not a lot in its runs.
Well, again, it's in this race, it's probably going to be sitting well back in the field, and it's going to have to
be giving good horses a start here.
It's going to be giving good horses a start.
And Classique Legend, did you have a thought there, or is it another one you want to see?
Yeah, look, good horse. Again, I just want to have a look at it again. Only one start last prep, and it was in a, it only beat Southern Lad home. Which is not.
Which is another opacity.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't want to spruik it. So, yeah, interesting race. We're looking forward to that one.
The Kingston Town Stakes over the 2,000 metres is the Group 3, second last of the day. Did you have any thoughts in a wide open race that I'm sick of all these horses?
Sick of all these horses. I've got no opinion here, mate.
I didn't, and then but then because I had to start sort of penning a couple of, purely because, again, Shared Ambition is too short. Obviously, it's sort of drifting. I can't find anything in its first 2 runs to make me want to bet towards that. So I'm actually just going to have, if I have to play here, which I will because I've got to tip something, I suppose. Takamochi is going to lead up. It's been brave all prep. And in a race of not many chasers, unless Wugok really puts it to the sword, sitting outside lead, may get control here, and something's going to have to run past it. Because you look at all the rest of this race, 7 of these horses are just tied to each other through the Group 1s, and all just run along and finish alongside each other. So it's probably not going to be, I probably won't bet or have a small bet Takamochi, but I thought that's the one that's just, this might be where it's been headed the whole way through, whereas a lot of others are just all going to finish in a big bunch again.
Yeah.
And give us nothing.
I mean, Shared Ambition is probably going to be last, so it's going to have to produce a good finish.
Yep.
Angel of Truth is probably...
Yeah, I thought it had its chance last start.
It did get out of its ground, and I thought it finished off okay. A lot will depend on where it gets to in the running here. I don't think they want to... I don't think it's got that huge, powerful burst to come from near the tail. I think it's probably got to be a little bit closer to the speed, so Tommy's going to have to try and get it across and get it in somewhere with the top weights. Bit of work to be done here, but I'll probably stay clear of this one.
End of the day, probably.
Unless I'm planning up and I'm just having a bit of fun.
Yeah. Right, well, that's the plan.
Always is.
Are you finishing the day off a winner?
I am finishing the day off for the winner.
What do you like?
The top weight. Not the top weight, the favourite.
Yeah.
Yes. Carderias.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Number 9. Race 9? Number 9?
Yep. Race 9, number 9, Carderias for the blue colours.
Yeah, just be winning.
Yeah, nice return, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lovely return. So I think, this is a pretty decent horse in a fairly midweek class race.
The only danger is, to me, I'm going to go wide in the quaddie just in case it's just a little niggle of Kenzo to Saturday. But to me, the only danger would be number 16, Air to Air. I liked its return. I liked its trials before that. And first up, it just had to change passage around the 400 metre mark and had to just come back around hills and charge through and just missed All-Time Legend, which potentially is a knock on the race. But just that'll be the saver. I think that they're the two best horses. But not much else to add there. We've spent plenty of time on some average races there, to be honest with you.
What do you got?
So it's best bet of the day is going to be Verry Ellegant down the Group 1.
Yep.
A stamp it. Verry Ellegant best of the day around the $2.30 mark. My best value of the day is going to be Montefilia in the T-Rose. And what do you like?
My best bet of the day is in the last, Carderias. I won't go Verry Ellegant with you. I'm going to go Carderias.
Okay.
And my best value of the day is Catalyst in race 7. Number 2.
Very good. So I'll whack out a Sydney quaddie here.
Yeah, get on it.
So I'm going to go Verry Ellegant 1 out.
Good on you.
Kick off with the 6 1 out just because I'm going to go wider here.
I like when you do that, Daggy.
Thank you. I did it the other day and got the sub, so it was good. Into 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 and 10. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. That's the staying race, which we stumbled over. And home with 1, 4, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16. $50 gets you 13%. If you want a bit more value, just go 9 and 16 in the last. Instead, they'll get you 46.5%. So either play your 2 quaddies or if you really want to be brave, come with us and jump into the favourite 2 in the last.
Good.
So very good. I just want to give a shout out to Ron, who shot us an email this week. And Rod was a Rod, who shot us an email and was very complimentary about what we managed to do on Wednesday. So good on you, Rod. It was nice
first time
feedback.
watching the show and took a few of our horses and got some chockies.
Yeah, and good on him. He picked and chose what he liked from us and put into a multi and had a nice result. So I think that's the best way to play it. If you agree with a few of us,
worked out.
It's your money. Follow what you think.
Place bets, smart play. Well done,
good on you, Rod.
Yeah,
Rod, and I hope we found you a couple more today. And I promise if I refer to you going forward, I'll use your name properly. Sorry, Rod. All right, let's get down to Caulfield. The rail is true. It is a good track. There's a bit of rain and wind forecast, but the weather bureau says only about 1 mil, so I might just take the edge off there. It took me a while to get warmed up to the first half of this program because there's a lot of first uppers, and with the jump outs and the private trials and stuff down there, it's hard to get a real handle on a lot.
Yep.
Did you have any early in the day, or should we just...
race 3.
Yep. Who you got here?
I came up with number 10, Montesira. I think it could be ready to run well first up. I like the fact that its last few runs were in Sydney, now back down in Melbourne. It ran in some really, really good quality races. I think it finished...
Got the Britain form line too.
Yeah, it's got a form line behind Away Game, Farnan, and then ran previously down in Melbourne, ran second as well. So, look, I think it's... shows a bit of value in the third race around the $5 mark. So expecting it to run well.
Excellent. I want to see a couple of these come back, and I think this is a race for me to watch. Race 4, the 1100 metre race down there. What do you like?
Look, I'm going to play the number 3 here, William Thomas, at $7.50. Thought its trial was really, really good. This horse has usually runs reasonably well at Caulfield, as long as it doesn't get too far out of its ground. I think it could be a really good knockout chance around the $7.50 mark. A couple of potential good horses here, front page, but first up, so I need to get a bit of a line on its previous form, and Octane's flying, but it'll be last and have to come past them all at Caulfield. So I like William Thomas given its trial.
Good, yeah, good find, good bet. I can't have an opinion without seeing how front page is going, but I can't get front page's Flemington win out of my head. But that's a very good find, William Thomas. I think that's a good price. Good work. Into the fifth of the day, the 4-year-old mares are benchmarked 90 here, and I might get back on board and actually pull my weight and give a tip here. But I like Sierra Sue.
Me too.
I liked its return. It got smashed at Sale and beat Special Snap, who you spoke about on Wednesday evening.
And it ran well on midweek.
It did. Yeah, Randwick Estate. So the form has a little bit been franked, but I think they had this. They trained this as an Oaks filly to try and get it to the Adelaide Oaks. It looks like I think they're going to keep it to a 1400 metre mile now. It looked pretty brilliant. It just canted up when it won at Sale. Michael Walker was swinging off it. I liked it. There was a lot of money for it. I liked how it won, and I think there's a bit of a tail on this race, or a few mares that haven't quite got there yet. Fabric's return was quite good at Moonee Valley, but Sierra Sue for me is where I'm jumping in.
Yeah, I like it. $5. I'll snap that up.
Yeah, if you still can.
Yeah, it's still there, mate.
Excellent. I've got to start snapping them up before we get to Saturday. Let me see a few of these. Anything in the sixth?
Yeah, look, I think this is a tricky race. There's 3 really good chances in this. The 3 favourites. Outside of that, I think they've all got a bit of ability, those 3. Outside of that, I'm not really confident in any of those. I'm purely just going to go for Agreeable at the $5. One well first up. Its next 2 runs, it's got back and run home well. Finished 4th and 4th. I don't mind the 4th and 4th as a play. And I think it's now getting out to a more suitable distance. It will get back in the field given the draw. Hopefully not too far back. And I'm hoping Damien Lane can bring this down the middle of the track and probably run over the likely leader or what'll be in front of the 200 Mozzie Monster.
I'm going from the same race, but I'm going to go Aidensfield. I liked the way it took off. It made a long run, real long searching run at Moonee Valley, which is hard to do around the bend.
Yes.
Circled the field and only got beaten by Night Raid, who is a good horse.
It's a good horse.
And had a very soft run, but got out. Still won well, Night Raid, and is a horse to follow. But that form line's a right form line. Aidensfield returned nicely. Easy air race to here, because I've got a feeling Mozzie Monster... it's had two dominant wins, but 2 soft runs as well. They just, I think both those horses we've discussed would have done similar things those fields. And with all due respect to him, sure he's a very nice guy, John Sadler, but he sometimes falls over a bit when they finally get to town. And just going with the tried and true connections that I like what you've spoken about there, and I like Aidensfield here around the $4 mark.
Yeah, beauty. I think all 3 of those horses have got some ability.
Yeah, a nice race. Good race. Race 7 is the Catnack Jewelers MRC Foundation Cup. Did you have an opinion?
Yeah, really liked the favourite here at $3.60, Order of the Garter. Thought it was absolutely murdered last start.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I think it'll be winning. What, you don't agree?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it was a pretty ordinary ride. It was caught wide the whole way. I thought it's sustained a really good run. I'm hoping Ollie can ride it better and get a little bit of cover. Again, drawn 4, should be one out, 1 back, 1 out, 2 back, and some of these will be giving it a start and be hard to beat.
This is the old, I got confused because my notes say one thing to best bets, but this is the old naturalism. So the winner of this goes into the Caulfield Cup.
Yep.
I should have mentioned. So things are going to be wound up here. I do agree with you. Order of the Garter, if it's not, it's had the long time off. Now 3rd up. This will be, well, it needs to win this to get into the Cup. So this will be its foot to the floor, time to go. After I cut away a lot of the fat in this race, I went back to, and I've already got my money out of it, so it won't be a crazy bet. But go back and watch the lead up here. In Good Health had all the honours in that race.
Yeah.
It's that outside. I know if you take the SP out of it, it was 70s, which some of us got. It's that outside lead on pace and still was quite dominant through the line, and it's still $26 tomorrow. And I'll be having a bet on that. And Gamekeeper's flying.
Yep.
Too. Gamekeeper is the 3rd one of those where it went 1200 first up, where it flew home, unsuitable up straight to 17. Now has had the run at 17 to 2000, 3rd up. if any rain, it's an absolute swimmer. But they're the three I'll be playing in order.
I thought it was a knockout horse as well.
Yeah. What price is that?
$8.
Yeah, okay. So without forecasting your quaddy, I hope all of those are in it. And
Yep.
we'll get on to the Group 1. So we head to the big one of the day, the Rupert Clark Stakes over the 1,400 metres. Race in the past won by Santana Lane, Trust in a Gust, Rebel Dane, Moment of Change, Testarossa, Regal Roller. So some good horses have won this.
Yeah, beauties.
Have you got an opinion in the Group 1?
Yeah, I do, mate. The Behemoth. Just like you, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of a behemoth. Look, I've backed it. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing at the fact we just stuffed the camera up and have to redo this whole bit. But it was hilarious too. You should have heard the stuff I was saying about Kisakane, but I can't bother doing it again.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
Well, you will.
Yeah.
Behemoth, first 2 runs this prep have been Herculean. They've been very good runs. Very impressive the way this horse has come back. I expect it to probably do similar to what it did last start, is just sitting behind the lead. It'll open up for it on the bend and bingo, straight through and be winning. 60 kgs is probably the only question mark, but that's probably why you're getting $4.50 and $4.50 all the way. I really like I think that's great value.
I couldn't agree more. It ran elite 1,400 metre horse times last start all the way through. It's facing a weaker field than it did, and it's going to get the same soft run, and it should win again. And I can't believe the price. I think it's great. I'll be holding into that.
It's tasty.
Yeah. I did say last week that I was wondering where the 3-year-olds were in these Group 1s. I know we lost one last week, but I'm glad to see Tangaloa here because it's a chance, but the chance to fill a place more than anything. I like the return of Pretty Brazen, and I like the return of I Am Superman, but it won't matter because Behemoth will monster him.
Yep, perfect.
And great price. So we'll finish the day with race 9, the mares race over the 1,100 metres, and I'll wrap the day up here. I didn't overly love the race, but I ended up talking myself into the favourite. It's perhaps a shade short. It placed in both the big Melbourne group, Morfordville Group 1s, I should say. Was really good on return, just had to come over heels and cost itself a bit of time getting past time and effort, but finished off well enough in that last 50. This is a weaker race. If it doesn't win this, I can't see it winning another race this prep.
Agree.
So I'm pretty much going to finish the day with Liar. Hummer Hummer's the Cornell horse there, and Felicia will be on pace and brave. Craig Williams, I hope, goes forward from an outside gate for her sake, but Liar, Blinkers on has done a trick there, and it's going to run well here. Let's wrap up the day with our thoughts, though, Beaver. Your best in value?
My best bet of the day, race 8, number 1, Behemoth. Hopefully should be winning, so looking forward to that. And my value bet of the day comes up in race 4, number 3, Willie Thomas.
Great. I am going to double down with you. Behemoth, race 8, number 1. He's here to run well and should dominate this race. My value, I'm going to make it in good health. I missed it last time in actually declaring it, but I think it's here to run well. And if you're getting $5-6 a place...
You like them winning well.
I really like them running well. That's why I liked the Hail Romantic last week.
Yes.
We're going over the border, though. The King of the North, Beaver. What have you got for us?
Quaddy.
Oh, yeah. I keep doing that to you.
Calm down.
Do that.
Starting off, leg 1, 2, 4, 6. In the second leg, we are going for 9, 10, 12, and 14. In the third leg, we are going for 1, 4, and 15. And we're going to finish off in the last leg. We're going to go 2, 5, 6, and 8.
Excellent.
Happy days.
What's that get us?
I don't know.
I'll work it out later.
Later.
This picture will tell you what it is.
Yeah.
I'll go over to Morfordville. I'll get in first now.
Good on you.
2 there. In the first, we'll kick off with the winner. Somerset Morn travels over there. Todd Panel riding for the O'Brien stable. Dominant win in Melbourne last start, and will be winning the first staying race there. And in the feature in Adelaide, race 8, number 5, Ghana, is a good horse in a less than good race, and it's going to dominate that race.
Like Ghana.
Yeah.
Really liked its first up run. Looked to be travelling and then got pushed and lost its spot.
Yeah.
In a pretty good race, and then it had to hook out, got out, and it flashed again late with a few others, and was within half a length for the winners.
Yeah.
And I think 5 or 6 went across the line together, but it was a lovely run for a race like that.
Yeah, good horse in over there. And up north, Beaver, you've got a couple you like.
Yeah, I got a few shorties that I want to get you to all up. Mm-hmm. So race 3, number 6, Run for Glory, should be winning. Race 6, number 11. Nice little horse on the way up here, The Move, should be winning, suited by Gold Coast. And then race 7, number 13, Kish Chicano.
Kish Chicano. Yeah, good.
Whatever,
it's all gone.
Whatever Kish Chicano
is. I've used all my material now.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, it was gold punters, trust me.
Like kissing someone's gun.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
And then if that gets up and you got a little spare change in the pocket, follow that up with, in the last race 9, number 6, Get Your Grey on, about $4. I think you'll be getting your clobber on for a bit of dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed to dance at the
No, not a dance. Just sit down, please.
Yep.
I'll be getting my grey on trying to edit this back together at the end of this, but that's all right. It's been a pleasure, Beaver. Thanks to Pro Group Racing. Check them out, as we've said. Very good site and plenty coming up, plenty of exciting stuff there. And we'll good luck this weekend. Great racing all round. Bet smart, and we'll catch you next Wednesday.
Beautiful. Ciao for now.